Hi, my name's Dara McAnulty, and I'm the author of Diary of a Young Naturalist. And I'm really looking forward to read you a sort of summer postcard from my book. Thursday, the 16th of August. Our garden is thrumming with birds today, coal, blue and great tits, blackbird, thrush, magpie, jackdaw, rook, all of them revelling on the grass, pecking at the feeders. I could happily watch them all day, but rain is coming from the east. So we decide to go west to the coast at Murlock to stay in the sunshine. I usually despise being in the sun. I find its light too bright, its heat too hot, and it can make me feel as if there's nowhere to hide. But with this rain coming, I feel like being at the dunes at Murlock, pressed by warmth and sea breezes. The ancient dune system here is 6,000 years old, formed in the late 13th and 14th centuries by massive storms, and were used by people in the Middle Ages as rabbit warrens to provide them with meat and pelts. Grazing rabbits were encouraged the grassy heathland here, but when myxomatosis first broke out in the 1950s, as it did in other parts of Ireland and Britain, the population was almost wiped out. With fewer rabbits, sea buckthorn and sycamore could grow, turning heath to scrubland. Now the National Trust have intervened at Murlock, managing the landscape so it reverts back to heath, and judging by the copious droppings, it looks like the rabbits are thriving again too. The day is sparkling, the wind is shaking and shaping the clouds. Lorcan and Blaned want to swim, so I stroll along the beach with my binoculars. Shapes out at sea stop me, a trinity of torpedoing gannets. They swoop, wheel, and suddenly drop, spiraling until the last second when they transform into arrows before hitting the water. Swallows are overhead. I can see their small bodies so clearly, weightless and constantly moving. I feel myself rising with them. My dark, knotted thoughts seem to be staying away at the moment. I feel as free as the gannets and the swallows. If they can live their lives, shouldn't I do the same? Can I breathe and live and also fight? The natural world, which includes us, is facing enormous challenges. It's easy to become overwhelmed and depressed. But we must fix them. And if I'm no longer here, alive, I can't be part of the solution. What is that? What is it that's holding me back? Anxiety? Depression? Autism? These are shackles. Surely I can break free, or at least I can accept these parts of me. I have no answers, but the lightness of these thoughts and these days weave my body and mind with everything around me, until the only thing that I'm really bound to is nature, as we all are. Lorcan and Blaned are running towards me, and I run to them, and then we run together, exultant. We slow down in unison, all feeling the same pull of the large, peculiar shells dotted around the beach. We each pick one up and hold them outstretched, delicate porcelain in our hands. They look like pale planets, pockmarked with symmetrical lines. I rattle mine, listening to the whisper of sand and the past. These are sea potatoes, a type of sand-burrowing sea urchin, with pocks that once held spines and a bleached calcium carbonate shell that could so easily shatter on land or at sea. Each one is a miracle. So many miracles washed up at once. We start to collect them, and Lorcan decides to name 3 of the best specimens, Sandy, Sam, and Sandra. He holds a conversation with them, 3 sea potatoes, which makes us all laugh so hard that tears well up and almost flow. And we're still laughing as a warm rain starts to fall on us under dark skies. I feel completely unburdened of any doubts on my own abilities to help our planet. Instead, I feel energized and ready. Sopping wet and cold with chattering teeth, still giggling madly, I feel hope pouring in the rain. Being myself is enough.